swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. Complete on the comeback. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
From the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And they gambled in their own end. Turn it over on down. And now the other offense is set up.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quickly out to the tight end. It's a running room. Touchdown, Auburn. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Dorsey. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Wants to keep it in the air. The throw. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the fourth down stop. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll lose yardage on that return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. They think there's room to run to the right here. At the 20, he's got space. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Offense changing the play. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Complete in the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on third down.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Tigers want to move quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Wants to go up top on first down. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like, it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
They'll go to the air. Buys a little time. Gets rid of it. Wide out trying to get it in. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Wants to adjust the pattern. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Trying to run it in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Snap to the back. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Yeah, and you run a play that's conservative, and you're going to hand the football over, and you think nothing bad's going to happen. And, man, if he doesn't just cough it up, terrible timing. You get inside that 5-yard line ready to make a play, score some points, and instead the defense recovers the football.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Creates a little room. Got the first down and still on his feet. Flying down the right side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. Inside the touchdown Tigers. And they turn it into a defensive score. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the back. It's complete. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he...
A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. At the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Auburn! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. FIU is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida Atlantic. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Slings it downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And you know they're going to go for it again on fourth down. At least you think they are, because early in this game we've already seen them try to go for it on a couple fourth downs. They didn't get any of those. They got to find a way to stay on the field here. They've got to get their best playmaker on offense, the football.
Still in their own territory. They'll go for it on fourth and long from their own 42. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to find his man in the middle. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
And a really nice job by the quarterback. He drops back. He knows where he's going with the football. You can tell. He sees this guy coming from left to right, running that post down the middle of the field, throws it. Perfect timing to his receiver. He catches the football, takes it into the end zone.
They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. They're going to try to climb out of this hole, going for the onside kick. Don't think that one made it 10 yards before they got the eager paws on top of it, and the flags will fly. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. Quickly to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the...
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Auburn trying to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gonna take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Might be calling a hot route. Back has it. Got a little space. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Clemson.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. They couldn't draw up and drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Robinson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. These corners going to give these receivers some space. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. It's complete on the right side. Snowed under by the defense.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 1st down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. To the air on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Finds a tight end. And he might be known for one pitch, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football. And
oh, he's got some space. Bulldozes his way through. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And the Tigers will hustle to the line. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
no doubt, Reese, that guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him a 3rd time.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And the extra point was good.
Clemson, 14.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Ready. Check.
They go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, time running short in the half. It's complete to the left. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Might be changing the route. 2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives. They've scored 2 touchdowns. And here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He's in open space downfield. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Clemson, 14.
Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Take a sack back at the 36. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Reed. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wants to throw on first down. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
So now it's 2nd and long. Under fire. A little release to the back. Open space at the 25. And he just kept Touchdown, Tigers! How about this Tiger quarterback etching his name alongside the greats and maybe wearing out Aubie with extra push-ups after all these points?
And you just think about those guys having those kind of days as Nick Marshall, Cam Newton, just superstars at the position. That's what kind of day he's having so far.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. He wants to change this route. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires it down the seam. He's got it along the sideline. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40.
On the ready.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He's not afraid to go deep. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row. And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play, and he couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
Ready. Okay, break. Stand. Okay, ready?
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Looking to throw again. Unleashes one. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And at this point of the game, you just can't say enough about how good the defense has been covering this guy. Coming into the game, they knew he was the critical factor for this offense with his skill set, but they have really been able to shut him down. They force another incompletion down the field looking his way. To me, that's one of the biggest reasons why they're winning this game.
He's going for a big play downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
As quarterbacks, you want to find your best matchup in these critical 4th downs. They
blocked the extra point. Still on his feet, and remember, he can return it. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Robinson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out.
There he goes. He's finally stopped with a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And I think if you're the head coach here, you've kind of got mixed reviews on your passing attack so far because, yes, you've thrown for a bunch of yards and you've thrown a couple touchdowns, but you've also given up 4 sacks now. Pass protection has not been great, even though they've got the lead in this game.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the 1st down.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Big guy smells it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
The carry going off right tackle here. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. They'll try to run it in. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
They're going to throw it to start the drive.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Got his man on the right. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play and they pick up a 1st down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
He might want another play. To the air on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Offense in a bunch formation. Gonna look downfield again. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
4th down and 10, and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass lets his defense get the ball back for its own in great field position.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Lining up in the wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
So they come to the line, and the wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. He has been unstoppable, the ultimate dual threat, positively Cam-tastic.
Yeah, and that dude was just so incredible to watch, and that's what he's putting on display. He's looking like that. Just whatever he wants to do, it's working, and this Auburn offense is cooking.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Mississippi State is putting on a show offensively. It feels like they've been ringing those cowbells all game. They're up by 19 over Southern Miss. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Dorsey. They just can't seem to cover this guy. He keeps getting open, even when he's running out of space on the sideline.
Yeah, running out of space, they're still going to feature him. They see the matchup, and look at the balance and the coordination and just knowing where I'm out on the field to get the feet inbounds and secure the catch. What a play and what a day for this young man.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback making checks. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
Set, ready.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Auburn lines up quickly. Looking to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. This should be the last play of the quarter. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Tiger! A great catch and run for 6.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Quarterback making adjustments. Direct snap. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the pressure gets there. And down he